When you get bad news, hello y'all, I'm Dianna Brianne. I don't give advice, suggestions, information, recommendations. I just share with you my perspective on different topics, as is with this one. I do hope you like, share, subscribe. All channels are in the comments section below, pinned to the top of the comments section. Well, I got to thinking today about when you get bad news. You know, sometimes it can hit you, and often it does. It feels like you've been hit with a ton of bricks, as Grandma would say. And maybe you didn't see it coming, or maybe you did see it coming. Nonetheless, when it comes, you still feel shocked, and you don't know what to feel or what to think. And shock is probably the best word when you get bad news. And bad news can come in any form. It can come that you've lost your job and they downsized very, very suddenly and quickly and you had no idea. Or perhaps you could have seen it coming, but you chose to maybe hope for the best, and yet you got downsized and we're not prepared for it. And even if you were prepared for it, it wasn't what you were looking for. There's different levels of bad news. You know, sometimes it can be about someone we care about, someone we love. Perhaps they got a diagnosis that doesn't look good. Perhaps it can be our own diagnosis that doesn't look good. Perhaps it can be a financial loss, a sudden loss that we didn't see coming. I mean, you know, bad news can come in so many different ways. It really can. And so what do you do when you get bad news? What do you do? Well, I'll tell you what I do, because I don't give advice, suggestions, or anything like that. I immediately get quiet and I try to digest as much information, accurate information, as I can, or what information's available. I go into prayer, and often I go into fasting. That's how I do it, fasting from food for, you know, whatever period of time I choose to do it. Now, I'm not suggesting that to other people. That's just what I do. And I begin to try to understand what's going on. And sometimes what's going on unfolds over a period of time. Sometimes there's a waiting game, as it's called, and we have to wait and gather information slowly and in pieces. Sometimes that information just comes suddenly. It's bad news. We know that we've lost our job, and now we are kind of like stunned, and we have to figure things out quickly. I've done other videos called Crisis and Being Prepared, Crisis Proof. You know, sometimes we can't stop a crisis from happening, but sometimes we can crisis proof our life so that we can get through the crisis so much easier. There's some basic guidelines that I talk about, like having people in place that we know that we can call to for wisdom, advice, and that their advice is likely going to be sound. We have comfort people. We have enough money saved up, as Grandma would say, for a rainy day to get through that. That we've taken great care of our health so that our stamina will help us get through whatever crisis takes place. And so when we get bad news, whether it's news that we kind of thought might happen or news that we had no idea was going to happen, it can come as a shock. And like I said, for me, I step back. I pray, I fast, I try to gain clarity about what's going on. But most important, I keep my faith. And I believe that it's going to work out for good, that the outcome is going to be a good one. It may be a journey, but it's going to ultimately be a good one, that everything is working for good. And I believe in listening for whether it's spiritual information or whether it's professional information, listening to the right voices so that I know to make the right decisions. You know, often people pile on more problems by making wrong, sudden decisions that are often unnecessary, and they make matters worse. And so the longer we can take in many situations to make a right decision, sometimes the better. Now, I'm not talking about endlessly taking our time, but where we take our time enough so that we can get the right information. And remember, surround yourself with people that love you, that will help protect you as you feel like you're falling. and that will help comfort you, that will be there, that will love you through it. Surround yourself with the right professional people, whether it's financial people or people that can help you get another job, or people that can help you through it, or professionals that help you understand and navigate through a diagnosis, whatever the situation is. But when we get bad news, it can come as a shock. It really can. And it can just be overwhelming at first. And yet the most important thing is to keep our faith and know that we're going to get through this, okay? From my house to yours, may God bless you. I hope you like, share, subscribe, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.